What's up, man?
DJ, what's going on, man?
You living?
I'm good. Hey, you gotta water your plants, man. I was over last week. Kind of dying, man.
What you talking about you were over last week?
Nah, man. Had a good game today, boy.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
Stay out of my place, bro. Water my plant.
We are live from Boston for an Eastern Conference contest with the Celtics. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. The Hornets would love to finish off this road trip on a good note. These are the games that challenge you. Guys, they will have their work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win.
And I think for Charlotte, it's been a nice run they're on to start the season, especially when you compare it to the way it ended just a year ago.
And before we get going, let's catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, who had a chance to speak with head coach Brad Stevens. David, what do you have to say?
Well, guys, he said, we know what we have to do to beat this team because we've already done it once this year. And when I asked him about changing things up in the second meeting, he said, why would we? Until they prove they can handle us, we're not changing a thing. Sounds like he's pretty happy with the formula that won that first game, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Well, we always hear from NBA players that a win. Some wins mean a lot more to players than others during the regular season.
You know, I know it sounds cliche, but not really. That really is the truth. You know, you may have one or two games that mean more, maybe Christmas, maybe against a rivalry, an old player, but you have to understand this. The whole mentality of lasting in this league is not to get too up or too down. If you get too up because you're playing against the Lakers, then, you know, you're going to lose against the Pistons the next night because you're not respecting them the same. You have to respect every team, fear every team the same. And so just circling one in red kind of shows that you're not respecting the next team, which sets up for a letdown. And so I think that's a good practice to have. Every game means the same, but human nature kicks in, and some are going to mean more than others.
That is really interesting. Got Kemba Walker. Zeller is out there with Batum. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Jordan in at the two guard. Smart misses. And it's the Hornets with the ball. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
They executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Whether life or sports, that's all you can do. Stay committed to your brand of basketball and let the chips fall where they may.
Here's Jordan, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Smart. For so long, the Hornets have been one of the most disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
You look at how this team takes care of the ball, and from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
First one falls for him. And so Jordan nails both of them.
And as great of a free throw shooter as he is, it's still a part of his game. He works very hard at it.
Irving against Walker. In the corner, Horford with it. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Horford's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Horford, in his ninth season in the league, started making the three-pointer a big part of his offensive game. I mean,
look at that jam.
Wow.
I mean, just beautiful.
Thick. Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. From 11 feet away, that shot misses. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Jordan kicks to Walker. Goes back up. And Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got 6.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Nice shot by Smart.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
And Kyrie Irving very steady with the ball in his hands. Not a lot of turnovers for a player who handles the ball as much as he does.
Yeah, I mean, he makes great reads. Pick and roll, drives, kicks. He keeps his dribble low, but sometimes he has his dribble high. He's great at the pocket passes, great off pick and rolls, great at screens, and can space the floor.
In the corner, Smart with it. And again, Boston with the triple.
And that's how you build confidence in your shot. Smart, able to set his feet off the catch and shoot.
Right side, Jordan. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Pass to Kaminsky. Shot clock at 6. Bangs home the trifecta. Kaminsky's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Batum against Hayward. Now the dish to Smart. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Great D that time from Jordan. From downtown, that one no good. And the Celtics going the other way now. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, you're just not going to win many committing turnovers at the rate they did. That was just outrageous.
Well, and then to compound the problem, they failed to force mistakes with their defense. Just too much turnover differential.
And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here. Chris, there are so many players that can make you just scratch your head and contemplate how did they make that play. With that in mind, which players just amaze you the most with what they can do on the floor?
It's so many. I mean, look up there and let's look at the Splash family with Kevin Durant. The fact that he can score with ease off the dribble or on the catch. And look at Thompson, his partner, can get you 60 points off of 11 dribbles. So just catching, shooting. And Curry, he's Mr. Video Game. He is the human video game. He shoots, makes, and takes shots that you would think no one else has the right to take. So those guys are ready. But then you have younger guys like Antetokounmpo up there in Milwaukee. His length, his athletic ability, his love for the game, his passion. Watching him get involved in those games, he's so exciting to watch. He comes to mind as well.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Aminu, the pass to Jordan. Wants to get it to Brogdon and does. Aminu dishes to Monk. The drive by Jordan. Lays it up and banks it in. Jordan's got 10 points.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Rozier kicks to Tatum. Morris against Aminu. Off the screen. Hornets with the rebound. Jordan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Pass to Kaminsky. It's stolen by Brown. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And Tatum, good at shooting when he's in rhythm. Measuring shots as soon as that pass touches his hands.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. The drive by Jordan. Kaminsky misses.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter his release.
Here's Rozier. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Stolen by Brogdon. He can't get it to go. Tie game in Boston. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. Just play like you're playing street ball. Just have fun. Just play the game that you've been playing, forever.
Infectious enthusiasm. You see it every time he steps on the floor. So Boston ends up going with a new group. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Batum comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Jordan, he's checked in for Monk. And Walker subbed in for Brogdon. They've got Horford. Irving is out there with Smart. And it's Hayward. And it's Booker in at the 4 slot. That's the Boston 5. And again, the Hornets missing. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He scored 34 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss, and he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
Yeah, he was special, but the biggest challenge for him tonight is that the defense will be ready for him. They saw what he did in the last game, just like the rest of us.
And when you look at Kid Gilchrist, and he is certainly known for his ability to defend and attack the rim. He's a terrific athlete, and he uses that athleticism on both sides of the floor, and just the prototype when you look at that hybrid forward position.
Here's Jordan. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And you look at the size and game of Kid Gilchrist. He is the opposite of what most GMs look for in that 3 spot. But Greg, he makes it work.
Yeah, I mean, most teams want a tall 3 that can stretch the floor. Kid Gilchrist isn't that, but still gets playing time because he's effective when on the floor. If you play defense like he does, you're going to find a way to get on the floor.
And the first one at the line is good. Kaminsky is checked in for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And so Jordan nails both of them. Celtics trail by 6. Irving kicks to Booker. Back to Irving. Booker, a screen on Walker. Irving. Again, Irving missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Here's Jordan. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And stolen by Jordan. A fast break now for Charlotte. And the dunk by Jordan.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, while he's out there making the play, everyone else is watching. Solid individual effort right there.
Booker outside. Over Zeller. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
I like that. Even though he's in a hurry, he still remains under control.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now your scoring has been big in the first half, but also rebounding has been huge. What's allowed you to have such an impact?
You know, I think everyone on the floor has been doing a great job of boxing out and finishing defensive stops. The ball just happens to be bouncing my way, so, you know, I get credit for the rebound, but as a team, I'm really happy with the way we're bodying up.
Well, you guys are all doing it together. Thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. And Mr. Incredible has been sensational.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Charlotte, Batuma's out there with Cody Zeller. Then it's Kaminsky, and there's Kemba Walker, and it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, something special is brewing in Charlotte. Point guard Kemba Walker said, "It's a great start. We know how to play with each other, and we love playing with each other. The best thing is how hard we all work. We're going to grow." Kevin?
And that kind of optimism is terrific, David. Thank you. Walker and the Charlotte Crews seem to be a perfect match.
Well, among the most feared one-on-one scorers in the league, that is Kyrie Irving. He has the handles to get to wherever he wants, no matter where he is on the floor. He's a threat.
On the wing, Batum. Outside Jordan. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And Chris, I know you've been executive producing and hosting various TV shows. You had a great NBA career, obviously, and it seems like you continue to find success. How's that been for you?
Well, I try to take the same lessons I learned in sports. You know, when I first got to Golden State, the first man I searched out was Chris Mullin and found out all of his habits and stole all of his knowledge, and I tried to take that and move forward, and I try to do the same in other areas. I try to work with the best. I try to learn, work hard, work my way up the rookie ladder and see what happens. And so I've just aligned myself with some really great people, some wonderful thinkers and hard workers, and hopefully it'll continue to have fun like I am doing. So it's been a great ride.
You're always learning, right? You never stop learning.
Man, come on. It's not just about a school or a class or one mentor. It's about everyday learning so that you can kind of learn and put people's knowledge with your unique sense of self and make it work. Why not learn on someone else's dime? Why go through life making mistakes when other people can kind of let you know, wait, I did this, you want to think about that, and kind of just put your own playbook together.
Mm-hmm. Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. He dishes it to Tatum. 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And now it's a 12-point Charlotte lead. Here's Rozier. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Morris outside. Here's Tatum. Money from the wing. Tatum's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And Morris does a great job keeping his head up, finding his teammate for quality shots.
Here's Aminu, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Well, and the Celtics bringing in Brad Stevens as head coach in 2013. That same summer, they made their blockbuster trade with the Nets. 2 home run moves for their franchise.
Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
Well, his stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
The drive by Jordan. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance. And the Celtics signed Brad Stevens to a 6-year contract to lure him away from Butler in college basketball. Chris, they were very confident he'd be a great coach.
Well, they might want to pull out their pen and have him sign another 6-year deal real quick because he's already established himself as one of the league's top coaches.
And the Hornets making a change here. Kid Gilchrist has checked in.
One shot.
Free throw good, Jordan. Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Kevin, there's not a rule I necessarily have changed, but I'd ask them to kind of reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that can affect not only a player and later on whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head, or they're chopping down on the wrist. And I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Rozier. He's guarded by Brogdon. In the corner, it's Morris. Hits the three-point bomb. Morris has got 7 points.
Well, yeah, Morris is just a tremendous shooter. He has great touch from beyond the arc.
It's Brogdon on the wing. Kaminsky, the pass to Jordan. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And they double up Jordan. To the middle. Here's Kaminsky. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Rozier. He's guarded by Brogdon. There's the pass to Irvin. He feeds it to Brown. Here's Tatum. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And how about the mindset of Tatum? Even when the D is in his grill, he somehow finds a way to get shots up and over them.
It'll count. Off target with that shot. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's sharp. And from a recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Steve Clifford.
Well, we're doing well. Great job. Show your hands. Show your hands. Don't foul.
Moments ago, Steve Clifford talking about defensive technique. Doesn't want to give up free points at the charity line.
And by focusing in on the smallest.
Booker, he's checked in for the Celtics. Charlotte also making some changes. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Jordan in for Josh Richardson. We've got Hayward. Horford is out there with Booker. Then there's Smart. And it's Irving at the point. That's the Boston 5.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And Walker kicks to Jordan. Back to Walker. Outside Jordan. Fires from deep. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pick by Horford. They set the pick. Inside. It's stolen by Kaminsky. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Stolen by Smart. Hayward outside. On the wing, Irving. Drains the three-pointer. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
Look at that. No hesitation at all from Irving. He's looking to score as soon as he touches the rock.
Outside Jordan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. First one falls for him. Well, we talk so much about what it's like on the floor, Chris, but I wonder what it was like off the floor when you were on the bench watching the team play and what was going through your head and mind. What did you and your teammates talk about as you were on the bench taking a rest and watching the game go on?
It depends on which game. You know, if you're in L.A. and you see, Eddie Murphy and Rihanna walk in, you're going to say, hey, look at Beyonce and Jay over there. Or, if you're watching a great play and you see a guy dunk on your teammate, you're not going to get too excited, but you're going to whisper to your teammate, man, did you see that? That's crazy. Or, you're pumping up guys because they've been working so hard in practice and it's a guy who's getting his first time to kind of get in and get a good run. So you're cheering him on. And so being on the bench, it's a lot of fun. You have to stay focused and ready to re-enter the game. But part of that job on the bench is to keep the energy of the bench, and that's to keep guys encouraged, to be loose, to have fun. And so it's a lot of fun being on the bench. And more fun when you're winning than losing, but a lot of fun being on the bench encouraging guys. That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
Yep, it counts.
Oh, and Walker strikes a nice balance between scoring and finding his teammates. That time for a wide-open bucket.
Celtics trail by 14. Horford with a screen on Jordan. Left side, Irving. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on
from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Hornets.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jordan.
He was too much for them to deal with tonight. Plain and simple. They tried all sorts of ways to contain him, and nothing worked.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Cody Zeller. Josh Richardson comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Walker. Jordan kicks to Richardson. Jordan dishes to Aminu. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Dellavedova. And he gets it to go from the corner. And the Hornets lead by 13.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Wow, this is just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
Good on the bucket. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness this group showed the opposing fans?
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
Hey, DJ.
Hey.
Great game out there. Look, Shaq and the guys want to talk to you in the studio.
Really?
So stand, right this way. Stand here, and
okay.
we'll get you set up. Perfect.
That's good.
Hey, it's Kenny. Just another superb showing from you. Now, what's been the major key to keep producing at such a high level?
Kenny, I think it's just been watching film and learning where I can be better at each game. And I think it's important not to feel satisfied with your game. And as long as you improve and keep adding to your skill set, it'll work out. And, I'm glad that I put a lot of work into this team, and it's made it more dangerous as a result.
Well, they don't want you to win, and you won.
Major key.
DJ, it's time.
All right.
Hey, Hannah Banana. I was thinking, why don't you come on stage with me tonight?
I was thinking, why don't you stay and draft a press release with Charlie tonight?
You know, that'd actually be really great.
Nah, I'm good, man. Look, I'm just saying you're the one telling me what to say anyway.
I'm just saying you're the one always not listening to me.
Ah, come on. You got me confused with Shammy. I don't like drama. Drama likes me.
DJ, this grassroots movement, I guess you could call it, on social media for you to make the All-Star game, are the guys giving you a hard time about this in the locker room and or in practice?
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, nobody's about to let my head blow up. I mean, the guys, they like to keep me in check, especially Shammy. Hey, shout out Sham. He's my vet. Yeah, he keeps me grounded, so to speak.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, said what I needed to say. Didn't feel like blabbering on.
Oh, you got places to be.
Oh, you know it.